Canva recently released a bunch of new features. Today, we're going to go over about 7 of them. Oh, and by the way, we're going to be discussing Affinity and the new video editor. And if you don't like it, you'll even learn how to turn it off. Downloading a single page. Is it really that great of a feature? Yes, it is. I love this feature for downloading a single video or even a single thumbnail. Let's see how it works. In the thumbnail view, what you will do is click on one of the pages that you would like to download, right-click, download page. This is going to automatically select the page that you want to download, but what you might have to do, depending on the type of document, is switch the file type to video. And that allows you to download a single design without having to go to share, download, change the file type, and select the page to download a single page from a project. 2 wishes that Canva users have had for years is, 1, they wanted to be able to add gradients to their words. The other thing that people have wanted for a long time is to be able to favorite different fonts that you use a lot. These are 2 highly requested features that have finally come to Canva. I want to talk a little bit about how we could use it as YouTubers. First, gradients. Do you see this design, the heading where it says gradient in fonts? That was made using this new feature. And before, I would have had to use an app within Canva called Type Gradient to be able to make that. This new feature made making that so much easier. We could use it on thumbnails, on lower thirds, or even graphics like this one. Select your words, go up to the text color. If you have your brand kit set up, you can use one of those gradients, or you can go down to default gradient colors. If you haven't checked it out yet, make sure you click See All, because Canva has created a lot of wonderful gradients that we can use. If you want to make adjustments to it or create your own gradient, you can add a new color and click on these colors to make changes. Use subtle gradients, especially on thumbnails or lower thirds or in graphics like this one. If you are a member, I will share a community post where you can get a template with this specific gradient if you want it. Anytime you do anything with words, your lower thirds or thumbnails or even slides like this, if you are a Canva Pro user, it was easy. You've got your brand kit. You can set up your brand kit. And even with the brand kit, sometimes those fonts were a little buried, but free users were kind of out of luck. What favoriting a font is, Canva calls it starring a font. What that is that it moves that font all the way to the top of the fonts. So whenever you click a word on your design and you go to change the font, your favorite fonts will be right there at the top. How do you save a font? Click on the word so that you can click on the fonts. And you're going to notice that I already have a couple starred fonts up here. But what you're going to do is hover over a font that you would like to favorite, click on the 3 dots and star it. When you go back up, it's at the top. If you want to unstar that font, click the 3 dots and click unstar font. I know what you're thinking, but Canva's had a screen recorder and a place for you to record your face for a while. That's actually true, but it's only been browser-based, and this is also available on the desktop app. I am going to be transparent here. I actually don't use Canva's screen recorder, and that's because I use Camtasia to film and edit, but admittedly, I've not played around with this feature since it got the update. The other thing that's new is generate an AI voice. I will show you where to find these things on the web browser, on the desktop app, and how to generate an AI voice if that's something that you would like to do. Let's go to Canva and I'll show you where to start. Open up a presentation or your design of choice. Go over to the Uploads This tab. Must be done in Chrome or Safari, but there is a button that says Record Yourself. Record a talking head is the browser-based one. Click that and hi everybody. And one of the limitations is recordings are limited to 25 minutes per page. Okay, but we're just gonna exit Studio. I'm gonna show you where it was. The other thing is Screen Recorder for desktop. So let's click that and see what happens. Record your screen in Canva. This is the first time I'm going here. Open up Canva Desktop, open Canva. We're gonna log in. I skipped that part. We're gonna go to Design and open up that same project that we just tried to create. Go to Upload, Record Yourself, Screen Recorder for desktop. And now it should, okay, we're gonna need to update. So let's do that. All right, let's try again. Start recording. And here we go. So it does look different. Quick note here, you can't see what I see. The UI is not showing up for some reason, and I'm not gonna go through the process again because just trust me, the UI is there and it's pretty self-explanatory. So let's skip to the next part. And that seems to be it. Let's just do a test. This is a test of the recorder. Let's see how well it works. You can pause or click cancel. So here's the countdown timer, 25 minutes, so that you know how long you've been recording. We're going to finish. You are in the new video editor. We'll talk about that in a little while. I'm actually going to hide that view just so that we can see it. Okay, so it looks like it burns in where you are on the screen. All right, let's try this again. Well, it doesn't look like I can switch the camera view to anything other than it being on screen. We're going to go to position. Yeah. So this is all one screen. You can't separate yourself from the screen recorder. So that's another reason why I personally probably won't be using this particular feature. So hopefully that's something that they can update. The other thing that I mentioned was the audio. So go to Uploads, Record Yourself. Oh, and you're going to see right now I'm not in a Chrome browser. This is Firefox. So I couldn't record myself in the browser, but Generate AI Voice is here. You can type in something such as, did you know on October 30th, 2025? You do now. We're going to select a voice. Let's select Lisa.
Did you know Canva released new features on October 30th, 2025? You do now.
So that's where that is. Let's go back to me and see what's next. Hey, right now, if you don't mind, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me and this channel and how we operate. Look down in the description because I'm going to put timestamps there and you can skip ahead to the next segment if you don't want to hear this. But as a content creator, I feel that it is important to share this with you. In case we have never met before, let me introduce myself. My name is Jennifer and I'm a Canvassador. And what this basically means is that I empower you to use Canva for your YouTube channel. One thing that you might be thinking is, Well, since you're a Canvassador, you got access to all these features early, right? I didn't. The other thing that you need to know about me and this channel is that I'm a solo creator. I do this all on my own. I plan the videos, I film the videos, and I edit the videos, and I publish the videos. It's just me. I'm a team of one. Well, technically I'm a team of two because occasionally I have to go tech guy and he comes running. So I don't have the luxury to stand here and plan 6 videos to release all at once because it's just me. I'm a team of one. I publish here about 1 video every single week publicly. However, my channel members do get early access as soon as I get a video completed and can get that video scheduled. Typically by the middle of the month, I have all the videos for the next month scheduled. This month is different because I stopped filming all Canva tutorials just so that I could give you the latest that Canva's offering. Thank you so much for listening to my spill. Now let's get back to some new features. Let's talk about one of the biggest announcements Canva released, and that's Affinity by Canva, and it is free. Here's a website you're going to go to, and I'll put this link in the description box below. All you need to do is have a Canva account. That means a Canva free account. If you have Canva Pro, you do get more features. You have to log in or sign into Canva through your browser, and then they brought you right back here. Launched Affinity. This is the logo for this version of Affinity. Your Canva sign-in was successful and get started. It opens up with a short little YouTube video. Honestly, the video wasn't that helpful. You could skip it, but it was very short. Watch it if you want. Next up, before you start, make a choice about your data. It's automatically opted out, but you can opt in if you want to. Learn the essentials in under a minute. Watch tutorial. The tutorial was not helpful. This is the full screen of Affinity. You will notice that there's a tiny little video right in the middle of it. That's where they were showing you how Affinity works. It was too small and there was no way to make it bigger. So that was a little disappointing. But if you want to get started with Affinity, it's free and it will continue to be free. You just need a Canva free account. But Canva Pro members do get an advantage. I'm assuming if you did not have Canva Pro, either the Canva AI button wouldn't be there, or if you clicked it, it would prompt you to get Canva Pro. All right, let's go on to the next feature. It's finally time to talk about the elephant in the room, Video 2.0. Before we dive into what that looks like, I'm just going to be brutally honest. I'm not a fan yet. And there is a way to revert your video editor back to the old editor, at least for the time being. Let's dive in and look and see what it looks like. Go to any video document. We're going to go to Video Landscape. You see right away the new video editor is here. Drag and drop media. Whatever you want. Well, that says drag and drop. Let's see. Let's just drag and drop media right there. Or you could click the plus and upload stock video, stock photo, or even add a blank page. In between, you can add transition like before between the two slides and even have a checkout spot where you can check those transitions. I'm going to add another video right here just so that it's different. I'm going to grab one of mine. Here we go. And you can see that it will transition to this. I don't even remember what transition I used. Flow. Why don't we use color white? Because that's really obvious. We can type S on the keyboard to split it. You can go up here and click edit and do some things like background remover, highlights, add filters. All of the video apps are right here with it so that you can click it. You can change the video speed, play on repeat, play automatically, and of course also add transitions there. You can ask Canva. I'm not going to talk about Ask Canva in today's video, but I believe that I will talk about it in next week's video, so stay tuned. There's also split volume. You can balance the volume there, balance all, speed, crop, go into positioning. There's also some audio tools if you have speech where you can extract the audio, which would look like this. There's also beat sync. Ooh, slip. I don't know what slip means actually. And there's also enhanced voice where you can enhance the voice. We're going to turn that off. Overall, it looks okay. But if I start adding a bunch of layers, I'm just adding things here. A lot of people have things with layers. You've got text. This down at the bottom, some people even have like 50 layers on their Canva designs. It kind of gets a little confusing. You can click the dots and move things around, but guess what? I don't even know if I moved the right one around because when I grab it, it might have grabbed another one. You can bring this up, but when you do that, you lose your video. So you can see all the layers and you can do things to make these layers longer or shorter or select them and move them down further, right? You can absolutely do that. You can bring this down a lot. But my biggest problem is that when I'm editing videos, one of the things that I want to see loud and clear is the video that I'm working on. I prefer a look more like this, where it's at least this big, maybe even a little bigger. That's my personal preference because I do struggle sometimes with seeing things that are that small. And as creators get older, that's going to be more and more of a problem. When I click pages back, the next thing you have to do is to get back into the video editor is to click the pencil icon again to be able to go into it. And it automatically shrinks that down. That's my biggest complaint with this. The other complaint is, do you see how right now there are 2 pages and the playhead moves fairly freely? If I change that, and let me click pages and then click pages again, you don't see a second page here. It's just the one page, which means when you go to grid view, you don't see that you've got 2 video things side by side. It's just on one page. This is a little frustrating. That doesn't mean that I won't get used to it or that there won't be some benefits to this. But right now, at the very beginning stages, it just has me a little worried. A lot of people that I know are converting back to the old video editor because it just was easier for them to use. I don't know how long we'll be able to do that because a while back, the photo editor had an update and for a while we could all revert back to the old one. But then they took that away from everybody. On Canva's homepage, click your profile picture at the bottom left. This is at the time of filming. What you're going to do is click on Settings. That will bring up this, which is your profile. You're going to scroll down. When you scroll down, you'll see something like this, and then keep scrolling. You will see this. I have highlighted video editing. Use new multi-track video editor, which is in beta, by the way, and it is automatically toggled on. If you don't want it, you can toggle it off. And that's how you do that. Like I said, don't know how long you'll be able to do this, but for now, it's there. Did you get your palette wet with some new features? Watch us next to see more that Canva offered us with this release. So watch it next, and I'll see you next time. Bye.